everybody, welcome to Emily Kate Made This Vlogmas edition. Day 17. Still going. I'm still here. Despite the dramas. I'm still here. Yeah, I'm aware this lighting is just a bit pants, but hey ho, it's really dark. Shocking, I know, December, it's dark. I didn't get any recording done this morning. I didn't really do anything that was worth recording. And then the one thing that's like the highlight of my day of knitting wise, I didn't record it. And it really wasn't that exciting, but hey ho, I'm gonna show you the end results because it's beautiful and I'm in love. And I've also seen a new leaf on my plant and I'm getting really distracted. So, one sleeve is done, everybody. Isn't it glorious? I am so in love with this. I just want the second sleeve to be finished because originally I was sad that knitting it would be over and I'm really enjoying knitting it. But I've planned to make my mum and or my husband one for next year, so I can do it all year. I added two new charts because obviously it ended on the snowman. So I added another tree and I added a snowflake. And I didn't do all the decreases. I was watching Finnish knitting stories and Jana said that she forgot the decreases and I thought, oh, mental note, must remember that. And then when I started on mine, I didn't think about it at all. Then I actually did the decreases wrong, would you believe? I don't know quite. I mean, maybe they're not wrong, but I've never done a decrease like that. And I have the feeling that I'm only supposed to do that type of decrease once because my beginning of round was like moving around the arm. And there's a horrible, it's not a mistake, but this blob, because the charts don't add up on the sleeves, and it does say they don't, but instead of using my brain and trying to just like intermix the white and the green so it just looked a little bit like one of these, I just did it all white, so there's this big one blob. And then because I somehow moved my beginning of marker every time I decreased, it moved it straight onto the front of my sweater. Excellent. But it's such an intense jumper. I don't think anyone's going to actually ever see that. And I also used the circulars. Oh, it's here. But the Licker needles, they don't have the size of the cable written on the cable, which is really annoying because I know I've got these small 3.5 inch or 9 centimeter needles and this misc cable. I have no idea if this cable is for the 3.5 or the 5 inch needles. I don't know if it's 40 centimeters, 60 centimeters, I have no idea, and it doesn't say on it, which is really frustrating. And I know the system for Chiaogu is different to Licker's, so one of them, if you get an 80 centimeter cable, the end result from needle tip to needle tip is 80 centimeters, but then the other brand means the cable's 80 centimeters, so then you have to add on like 9 centimeters and 9 centimeters, or whatever needle length you have. And I don't remember which way around this one is, so it fits around the sleeve. But when I change from circular to magic loop, my tension changes drastically, and it will go like this and then suddenly be like that when I go to magic loop. So I just kept the whole thing. I did maybe, I can't actually remember how many decreases you're meant to do, but let's say it's 10 along it. I did like 4 or 5. And then I did a rapid decrease at the very end to get the right stitch count for the sleeve at the cuff. So did follow it, but I also didn't follow it because I don't want the magic loop drama changing my gauge, because I'm also loving how I don't have these horrible like ladders where I have to catch my float or not catch it with magic glue. Oh, so distracted by these plants. This plant and that plant down there are covered in thrips. I've had thrips for like 4 years now on my plants, and no matter how much I clean them, I wash them, cover them in lavender, cover them in peppermint, spray them with dish soap, do all the things that the internet says, they're still covered in bugs, and they're just like, I can see them and I'm getting distracted. So yes, this is my beautiful sweater, and I'm just going to focus on this. And I have just started, I've just picked up this side. So instead of knitting on it like I wanted to, I'm recording. Otherwise you won't get a video today. So that is my darling sweater. And God, I'm so thirsty and my lips are so dry. I feel like every time I watch one of these back, I'm just constantly licking my lips. Ugh. Tea break with my cute mug. So I might have got this question answered by the time I've posted this, but maybe not. I'm feeling really silly. I don't know knitting anatomy. So for those of you who understand how knitting even happens, I'm sorry for my stupidity, but I frogged, as you may have seen on my, not last, but Vlogmas before, frogged the sleeve of my husband's sweater. And I've put in, I'm hoping it's all lined up. It's like, I might have gone off course, but I've put in can you see it? This is where I want to frog back, from there up. So this is all off, but then I undid this cast on edge because I started top down. It took an hour. I don't know if I'm going to insert the footage of when I did it, but I complained then as well. I didn't expect it to take quite so long. But then, again, if I've already put this footage in, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself, but I expected just to pull this and it would unravel, and it doesn't because it's going the wrong way. So then I would have to individually pull out each. And if one round took me 1 hour, I am not doing that for the whole thing. Am I being silly? Do I knit backwards or something? Why is it not unraveling? I don't know if it's because it's top down. Like if I cut here, will it then unravel? Or will I have the same situation, except more stressful because I've already cut my knitting? I don't understand why it doesn't just frog back. I have the same problem when I've ever done a provisional cast on, phone. When I've done a provisional cast on, it's exactly like this. I can't just pull it and pick up the stitches. It's all like knitted into it. I don't know. I followed the tutorials. Like I watch them and then I do it, so I don't know how I could possibly be doing it wrong. I do the crochet method, or crochet needle situation. And every time, I can't undo the provisional cast on, like they do on the videos, just like, oh, I've pulled it out and I just insert my needle back in and everything's marvellous. Never, ever, ever. I just have this situation. And now I'm just confused. I'm not sure if I should be cutting it because maybe I'm pulling it from the wrong direction. I don't know. So yeah, I thought I'd do a video of this like dramatic cutting of my knitting, but I can't figure out how to do it. Not the cutting part, but like how to literally unwind this. It's just not. So that is that one. What else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to say 2 more things because I keep forgetting, and I'm gonna have to remember to insert a picture here because I received 2 beautiful patterns. One was gifted. Actually, both were gifted. So thank you. You know who you are. One of them was the Stone Knits Christmas Pudding Mittens. I feel so loved. It's this pattern. And if you have seen any of my YouTubes, you'll know I'm obsessed with this pattern by Stone Knits, and she has some socks, which I must wear again because I washed them, they're dry now. Yeah, socks, this jumper, don't know why I just grabbed my boobs there. And yeah, I got the mittens and I am so happy. I really wanted to cast them on for this year, but obviously I'm a bit overwhelmed by my knitting. I still have my gingerbread sock to finish, and I'm treating myself to knitting up a Christmassy headband when this sleeve is done because my ears are so cold. But, ooh, Christmas pudding headband, ooh, that would be nice. So anyway, distracted. So yes, got the lovely mittens and that was wonderful. So yay. And my other pattern. I'm not sure if you want me to say your name, so you know who you are, so thank you. But you sent me this, and it's so sweet. This is Katie Greenbean. If you followed me last year, my mum got me the sweater jumper pattern of the same mushrooms. And this is the hat version, obviously. And I just adore the, please focus. I adore her paintings. Katie is such an amazing painter, and I just want all of her artwork just like there. Just get rid of these white walls and fill it with mushrooms. So yes, thank you. I am looking forward to casting this on. So many patterns, so many wonderful things. Such little time. But don't you guys all know that? We all have endless lists of patterns we want to knit. Never enough time. Okay, there are two things I wanted to mention for ages and I keep forgetting, so done. What else did I want to tell you? There was definitely something else I wanted to tell you. It'll come back to me as soon as I turn this off. But hey ho. How are you guys? How are you doing? How are your festive knits coming along? Have you got your Christmas gifts prepared? I was watching 100 Acre Wool and I've completely forgotten her name. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I don't think you, actually I know you don't watch this, so you don't know. But I was watching her podcast yesterday and laughing at my stress over like one sweater and this one I want to get done. And I think she recorded on like the 5th or something of December, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna knit several hats and some socks, and I've got this jumper and I'm gonna knit this jumper for my husband, and I'm not husband, boyfriend, but I'm just spinning the wool up for it, and all for Christmas. And I just thought, this woman is amazing. Like, how? I'm struggling to finish a pair of socks and you've got like 10 projects to finish in like 3 weeks. Yeah, no, never ever gonna be me. I will happily watch her do it and watch her beautiful knitting come out of wool balls. But I'm just laughing at my struggles with my husband's jumper whilst she's like spinning up the wool from raw fleece into beautifulness, and then we'll turn it into a gorgeous sweater. That's what YouTube's for though, isn't it? Just to watch other people do like the things, do all the things, live vicariously through them. So yeah. Don't know how I got onto that, but yeah, how are you guys? How are you doing with your Christmas knits? Are you on track? Not on track? Are you with me here and completely falling behind? I ordered my husband some chocolates as a replacement, and I and him actually, we're both pretty obsessed with salt. I can be because I have low blood pressure, so I'm allowed to love salt. He doesn't have low blood pressure, but I love buying and eating all the different salts. And I've just ordered myself some I've ordered us, sharing, I've ordered us some salt so that he actually has something that he can unwrap. And yes, he will be happy to unwrap salt. Because we're weirdos like that and we love it. I've got some Icelandic salt coming, some Swedish, no not Swedish, Norwegian salt, some French salt, and can't remember, did I take out the Persian one? I think I did. Yeah, I love buying salt, smoked salt, sea salt, Himalayan salt, all the salts. So yeah, he's getting chocolate and salt, and then at some point he will get a jumper. But it's delightful. He's also purchased me presents and is torturing me because, as you know, my overlocker from my parents-in-law / from me, because I contributed to it, that's just sitting in my hallway. I was going to cover it up in this, we have toilet paper that comes in wrapped up in paper, so I was going to wrap like funky paper, and I was going to wrap it up in that, but I've just plonked one sheet over. That's as much wrapping as it's going to get, and that's just sitting there. And then I ordered me some tea from my favourite tea shop here in Berlin, and that arrived and he just put it in my room, so it's just like all my presents just staring at me, and they're not wrapped up because he doesn't really do wrapping. And then I feel guilty for bothering to take everything out to wrap it up for myself so that in a week I can unwrap it. It just seems like such a waste of materials. And I was supposed to make some Christmas bags this year, a little bit like this one that I got from TK Maxx. I was going to make bags like that to wrap all the presents in, but I actually wanted to save the fabric so that I could practice using my overlocker on it. Instead of practicing it on a garment and then destroying it, I can practice it for the bags, so next year. So at the moment I'm just keeping everything in the box that it came through the post in, but it does kind of take away the Christmas spirit when under the tree are just a load of cardboard boxes. And I also wanted to knit some like decorations and stuff during this Vlogmas. But alas, that didn't happen. You all know why. It's, you know, the infamous object. So maybe next year. No idea if I'll do Vlogmas next year, but maybe then, if I do, I'll be making all the things that I planned for this year. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now so I can get onto my sleeve. Then I can cook some dinner, then I can edit this video, and then yeah, that'll be my life today. So thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye! Undoing this has taken me 1 hour. Oh.